Now on WKRG News 5.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill bend over backwards to pat Ken Feinberg on the back.
Thank you for doing work that I'm sure many days seems thankless.
I would remind everyone that Mr. Feinberg's firm is paid $1.4 million a month.
No.
How much?
1.250.
Okay.
But Congressman Joe Bonner blasts the claim czar for breaking promises he made to the Gulf Coast. Plus, an airman who helped save the lives of 12 soldiers after being badly wounded in battle is awarded for his heroism.
And welcome to the city of Bay Minette, the last stop of our hometown tours in Baldwin County. This city has a rich history, and we'll tell you all about it coming up.
That's later in the show. News 5 at 6 starts right now.
From WKRG News 5, the Gulf Coast news leader in high definition. The news starts now.
First on 5, Congressman Joe Bonner blasts the man in charge of paying oil spill claims. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Jessica Taloni. Mel Showers and Roseanne Haven are in Bay Minette for tonight's hometown tour. We'll check in with them in just a moment, but first on 5, Congressman Joe Bonner fired off tough questions. News 5 is back on the road. Tonight, our hometown tour takes us to Bay Minette. News 5's Mel Showers and Roseanne Haven join us live now from the Courthouse Square. Hey, guys.
Hey, Jessica.
Hello, Jessica.
You know, Bay Minette is the last stop of our Baldwin County hometown tours, but as Mel said at 5 o'clock, we saved the best for last.
And we've been all over Baldwin County. We started in Fairhope, then on to Foley, and then Malbus and Spanish Fort. And today we're in beautiful downtown Bay Minette in front of the United Bank. And great treat it is.
Yes, it is. About a 40-minute drive from Mobile. Bay Minette is the county seat of Baldwin County, but there is so much more to the city. It really has an interesting past, getting its name from nearby Minette Bay. The settlement began back in 1861. That's when the Louisville and Nashville Railroad reached the area, becoming a major junction.
And here's an interesting fact. In 1898, the city of Daphne was the county seat of Baldwin County. 2 years later, the Alabama legislature changed that, moving it to Bay Minette. Daphne resisted against that move, but town leaders in Bay Minette moved county records out of Daphne in the middle of the night.
Ah, scandalous. A century later, Bay Minette is booming. More than 8,000 people call it home. The city has a thriving timber industry thanks to its lush forest and the railroads built so many years ago. Mel and I have seen several timber trucks just this evening. About 74% of Baldwin County is forest, surrounded by restored Civil War sites like cemeteries and antebellum homes. The city is perfect for history buffs.
And movie buffs, too. Does this look familiar? This is a scene from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The train station you see there is the landmark at Langham Station right here in Bay Minette. It has since been moved to McMeans Avenue and now is the offices for the North Baldwin Chamber of Commerce. Many locals were actually cast in the Steven Spielberg movie back in 1977.
Hey, and then 11 years after that movie, the city was picked as a backdrop to the 7th installment of the thriller Friday the 13th. Many of the lake scenes were filmed at Burns Lake. That's right off of Highway 225.
Bay Minette is home to some sports talent as well. Alabama football fans may recognize this guy. That's right. This is Wallace Gilberry. He's a defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs, but started his career at Baldwin County High School here in Bay Minette. He played for the Crimson Tide until the NFL draft in 2008, where he went to play for the New York Giants.
And another issue that's actually made national news headlines, the city's church or jail program. It's called Operation Rock, or Restore Our Community. It's a crime intervention initiative that would give first-time nonviolent criminal offenders a choice. Either they can serve their sentence behind bars or go to church for a year.
And Pat Peterson joins us right now in downtown Bay Minette. Hi, Pat.
Thank you. Having a great time.
Pat has been watching this Operation Rock closely, and he joins us now to tell you about the latest developments.
A lot of support for it.
You're right. We can actually tell you that the church or jail initiative has been put on hold right now. The city wants to make sure it's legal and doesn't violate the First Amendment. But in the meantime, the city has asked for the Attorney General's opinion before they move forward.
It's not about incarceration, it's about restoration.
And right now, as we mentioned, Operation Rock is on hold. The Attorney General's office is reviewing that to make sure the situation is legal. But we can tell you that I've covered this story for 5 or 6 times the past month or so up here in Bay Minette. And for the most part, folks are very excited about it. They do think it's a good idea. We'll have to wait and see how things play out on this one.
Look forward to your follow-up reports on it. Thank you, Pat.
All right, thank you very much, Pat.
And coming up next on News 5 at 6, the mayor of Bay Minette, Jamie Tillery, will be joining us live to tell us what the economic future holds for the city, including a major industrial site. This site could bring even more jobs to Bay Minette. Keep it right here.
Our forecast heading toward the weekend. First, we get some showers that are to the northwest. Then we get cooler and drier. All of that is straight ahead on News 5.
And no one knows the city of Bay Minette better and more than the mayor of Bay Minette, Jamie Tillery. We want to thank you so much for having us in your city tonight.
Well, thank you, Mel, and we want to welcome all of the viewers from the WKRG audience right here to a fabulous fall evening in beautiful Bay Minette. I'm standing right in front of United Bank, which they believe in this city, and they've built a beautiful building. They've hired our folks, and they're investing in our community. That's what a mayor wants, Roseanne.
Well, I understand there's been a lot of hiring in your community. As the economy is actually dwindling as a whole, Bay Minette is doing well, and partly because it doesn't depend on tourists.
That's exactly right. And what we're doing, Roseanne, is that as a city that is anchored in heritage, we are progressing forward, and we're using that heritage to give us the courage to grow, to plan for the future, whether it be in education, whether it be in the job market. We're getting ready to compete, not just with Baldwin County, but worldwide.
Well, you're a former educator. What kind of role is education playing in Bay Minette's growth?
Well, as you are aware, in the city of Bay Minette, we're the home of the Baldwin County Tigers, and we're progressing in areas of sports, but let me tell you, each and every one of our high school students has a computer, and we are using right now the new computer technology to teach our young people and to prepare them for a workforce of tomorrow. We'll be ready. Right now, our Technology Student Association will be competing in the robotics competition, and we have been leaders nationwide.
We were just seeing some pictures here inside the classrooms and outside the classrooms. And like you said, education is playing a major role. We understand that the mega site also has the potential to play a big role here.
Not just here, Mel. The mega site for the entire region. From Bruton to Pascagoula, for the entire viewing of the WKRG family, the mega site will benefit us all. We know that through industry locating here, that we will grow and be the leaders in the industry of tomorrow, the technology of tomorrow. We're getting ready. Whether it's education, job preparedness, we're paving the way.
And it's easy to see that and hear that you're enthusiastic about the future of Bay Minette.
One thing that we know in our city is that attitude is a choice, and we've made the choice to grow, to be progressive, and to be happy.
All right.
We want to thank you again for joining us here today and for having us in your beautiful city.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure and our honor.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And something that you can just see the mayor's face absolutely light up when you bring up is
mega
that
site.
mega site. News 5's Debbie Williams joins us now live from the mega site, which could be a gold mine not just for Bay Minette, but the entire region. Debbie?
That's right, Roseanne. You know, it's 3,000 plus acres. It looks like it's more suited for deer hunting than job hunting. But there is some hunting going on around here for a company that's going to bring thousands of jobs to Baldwin County and also make some pretty stiff demands on the workforce.
It's something that would truly help everyone in a 100-mile radius of that site.
Now, we're told that there are 5 or 6 automotive companies looking to relocate into the U.S. sometime in the next couple of years. Baldwin County officials are doing everything they can to make sure that they locate at least one of them right here. Live in Bay Minette, Debbie Williams, News 5.
Thanks,
and
Debbie.
Thank you very much, Debbie. It has been a beautiful day and evening here in Bay Minette, but the clouds are just starting to move in.
I think we may have a little change on the way, and you know, a lot of folks are wondering about this weekend with Halloween coming up. Let's toss it back to the News 5 studios to Chief Meteorologist Alan Seals for weather.
Well, we've got 2 sky watchers in Bay Minette.